Christina is awake and stable. She's gonna be okay. They weren't able to save the baby.
They take Christina away from me, too.
Okay, let's think about Christina right now. Focus on her and nothing else.
They will pay.
No. You are not going anywhere near my sister.
I don't know.
Christina went to see Ava because of you. Christina almost died because of you. My daughter is dead because of you.
Today, I want to talk about some of the recent drama on General Hospital, especially involving Molly and Sonny. First of all, I'm so over Molly and her constant whining. She always blames everyone else for her problems. I understand she's grieving the loss of her baby, but blaming Sonny and calling him a thug was unnecessary. Let's not forget her father, Rick, has his fair share of skeletons in the closet, yet he seems to get a free pass. The whole town being against Sonny is getting old. Jason or Carly need to uncover that Ava has been messing with Sonny's meds. Molly and TJ need to stop blaming everyone and just leave Port Charles. They both act so high and mighty. TJ's comment about why Christina was at Ava's place was out of line. Does he really think a surrogate should stay in a box for 9 months? I actually feel more sorry for Dante, having to deal with all of this while watching his father suffer. Everyone is yelling at and disrespecting Sonny, which is disappointing coming from Molly. I know she's grieving, but TJ doesn't seem to mind Molly yelling at Sonny since he never liked him anyway. He seems to forget who helped pay for his medical school. I believe Molly will find her happy ending when they discover that the surrogate didn't lose the baby. On a positive note, I was happy to see Trina tell the truth about what she saw, despite her friendship with Ava. There was no betrayal in Trina's honesty. Ava is the one who's lying. I'm glad Trina has finally seen the real Ava. Ava used Christina against Sonny to prove she's a better parent, even though neither Ava nor Sonny should have custody of Avery. I think Avery should be with Carly. Carly loves her, and Avery loves Mama Carly. Plus, Avery and Donna are very close, so it's a win-win situation. My heart broke for Christina, TJ, and Molly over the loss of the baby. If Molly wants to be angry with Sonny, she should also be angry at Ava because this wouldn't have happened without Ava's involvement. Christina shouldn't have gone to Ava's place, but she wanted to confront Ava about being subpoenaed to testify against her father so Ava wouldn't lose Avery. Ava didn't physically push Christina out the window, but Christina probably wouldn't have fallen if Ava hadn't grabbed her arm. Christina tried to push Ava away, tripped over Jagger's bag, and fell backward out the window. If Molly thinks Sonny needs to be held responsible, so should Ava. In a dramatic twist, Sonny is on the hospital rooftop contemplating whether to jump, but he won't because the ghost of his son Morgan will come to him and save him. Ultimately, it was Christina's fault for going to Ava's place. Ava didn't push her, and Christina should have stayed home. It's infuriating that a poor baby paid the price for Christina getting involved in her father's mess. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. It's been a while since I've tuned in, but when I heard about Christina, I had to come back and see what was going on. After seeing the appalling turn of events, I am seriously furious with Ava. She's no longer one of my favorite characters, and my feelings towards her have reverted to how I felt before Kiki died, which, by the way, was Ava's fault. I'm still angry at her spitefulness towards Esmem, which contributed to Esm's absence and separation from her son. And yes, I still care about Esmem and have hope for her return despite everything she's done. But last week, Ava really messed up. Because of her, Christina is in the hospital, and Molly and TJ's unborn child is dead. I've always loved Chrissy. She can be pushy sometimes, but she's one of the sweetest characters on the show, and she did not deserve this. That nasty crash and fall, along with her scream, almost made me physically ill. When Sonny is done with Ava, I hope she faces severe consequences. I love Mora, but Ava is an abhorrent character. I'd actually take Nina over her any day. Why do all the babies have to die lately? This was so sad, and I hope they fix Sonny too." That speech Molly gave him, and the defeated, sad way he walked away was hard to watch, especially knowing it's because he's off his meds. I can't wait until they find out it's all Ava's fault. Molly was completely out of line. It wasn't her place to decide who sees Christina, especially considering Christina told Joss she wanted her dad and mom there. Secondly, she told Christina she would help with the situation. Then Sonny told Christina not to worry about it. Yet Christina went ahead and went to Ava's anyway. Molly can blame Christina for ignoring everyone and going over there, and she can blame Ava for her part. It's not Sonny's fault, and he was the bigger person to just walk away. Christina had no business going over to Ava. Let Diane handle the court. Sonny didn't have anything to do with this. She's just looking for someone to blame. On a side note, I don't think Ava will go to jail. She'll get off as usual. Sonny is scared for his baby girl right now, and he was right to file for custody of Avery, as she isn't safe with Ava. Ava's response was wrong when she repeatedly targeted Christina, first with the recording, then with the subpoena, and lastly by grabbing her at the Metro Court, resulting in the fall. Molly should aim her fury at Ava instead of the father Christina will want and need during her recovery. All Sonny did was try to see his daughter. Molly is clearly deflecting her anger. Someone should have stepped in and told Molly to calm down. Sonny should have asserted himself, told her to move, and gone in to check on Christina. Today's show was great with so many emotions running high. Ava being evil, all the family dynamics, and the suspense of whether Christina or the baby would make it. I'm still expecting the previous surrogate to walk into the hospital. I enjoyed every minute of it. However, the ratings are falling because of storylines like this. They lack proper conclusions and often end abruptly. Viewers were invested for months in Christina, Molly, and TJ's surrogacy journey, and then it just ends like this. What would be fantastic is if, during Morgan's visit to Sonny, Sonny realizes he needs to have his meds checked. He could really nail Ava and John Cates. Ava would turn on John so fast. It's an unlikely scenario, but it would be sweet revenge at its best. The disconnect here is that if the whole Pikeman thing was engineered to get the WSB out of arms sales, why would Valentin set Sonny up like that? Messing with his meds wasn't necessary to get Brennan out and expose Jason as a plant. That's pretty hardcore, even for a government agency. We don't know if they also killed Anna's former co-agents, but it seems like the crimes outweighed the purpose. I was really pissed off at the way Molly spoke to Sonny. I wanted to reach into the TV and smack her, but I am sorry she lost the baby. I'm so sick of everyone who loved Sonny blaming him for things and not realizing his meds are messed up. I didn't like how Molly prevented Sonny from entering Christina's room. That's his daughter. If you haven't figured it out, I'm Team Sonny all the way. I felt he needed to be there with Christina along with Alexis, and as Molly was berating him, no one stepped in to calm her down. Sonny is hurting too. Yet, if someone came after Molly in a harmful way, Sonny would be the first to defend and protect her. Christina wouldn't have gone to see Ava if it wasn't for her dad, honestly. Ava did put her hands on Christina, causing her to lose balance. We all know Ava will never tell the truth. TJ is completely out of line, and I can't stand his character. Molly had no right to tell Sonny he couldn't see his own daughter. These writers don't seem to be getting any better. I hope when they find Sonny on the hospital ledge, they admit him to a psychiatric ward, run labs on him, and finally put him on the right medication with Dr. Kevin Collins treating him. That would be a great way to end that storyline. Molly is understandably upset, but she always speaks first and thinks later. She and TJ are made for each other. They both jump to conclusions and expect everyone to agree with them. I bet if the baby had lived, she and TJ would have tried to lay claim before Christina was out of surgery. Both of them are showing exactly why Alexis was right about the surrogacy not being a good idea. I feel awful for Christina. I saw this coming. I wish it could have been different. The baby could have survived, but then the trouble between TJ and Molly would have nowhere to go. So now we have to watch them. Thank goodness for fast forward. Shame on the writers for allowing Christina to lose her baby. Molly was so out of line, and TJ was his usual hateful self. This storyline is totally disappointing, and no one has checked Sonny's meds yet. I'm totally disgusted with this. After watching today's show, it's obvious that TJ and Molly are headed for a breakup over the Christina situation. It looks like Christina and Molly are closer than ever, and TJ won't be able to handle them being connected to Sonny and Jason. He will likely leave Molly over it. Molly, please don't blame Sonny. It's not his fault. Nobody sent Christina over there. Why didn't she just go to court and tell the truth about Morgan and Connie? I hope either Jason or Carly will be there to talk Sonny down. My poor Sonny. I don't understand why everyone is so critical of TJ and Molly in the comments. Christina volunteered and begged to be their surrogate, even though I knew from the start it was a bad idea. TJ and Molly have every right to feel the way they do. Let's remember, this baby belonged to TJ, regardless of whose eggs were used. Christina was wrong to try to take their child away, especially when she wanted to raise it with Blaze, who couldn't even tell the paramedics that she was Christina's girlfriend. Are we all watching the same show? Christina proved to be an unfit surrogate. Why would she go to Ava's room and provoke her, knowing how dangerous Ava is? It made no sense. If Christina didn't want to testify against her father, she didn't have to confront Ava. She put herself and the baby in harm's way. Sonny is on the roof, the same roof where Morgan was going to jump. I have a feeling that this is where we'll see Morgan again. Sonny might consider jumping, but Morgan will show up and convince him not to. Maybe this will lead Sonny to realize his meds are off. Alexis was fiercely protective of her little sister, Christina Cassadine, who was murdered around 2002. Alexis turned to Sonny, became pregnant, and named her daughter after her late sister. Alexis will always favor Christina because she's her sister's namesake and the first daughter she raised. She loves all her girls, but Christina holds a special place. Christina would absolutely want to see Sonny. Everybody knows this, and Molly can't stop it. Sonny didn't cause this. We might see a Sonny and Christina versus Rick and Molly showdown soon. Poor Alexis. I can't wait for Sonny and Morgan's scene. Morris is General Hospital, and Brian Craig could definitely keep up with him. The baby is gone. I lost our baby girl. Not the ending I was hoping for. Christina and Molly will need to come together and grieve the loss of the baby. I'm glad Molly is being compassionate and caring, but TJ is predictably angry and blaming others, just like he has from the start. Sadly, the blame game will begin, and TJ and Molly will blame Sonny for everything. Molly's own father isn't squeaky clean either. All this piling on Sonny has pushed him to the edge. I'm hoping Morgan will save Sonny. Honestly, her losing the baby might have been a blessing. Christina woke up asking for her baby. My baby. She was going to keep that baby, which would have torn their family apart. Now they'll find out the surrogate lied. I understand that Molly is grieving the loss of her unborn baby, but her anger should be directed at Ava, not Sonny. Ava is the one who put Christina in a tough spot by making her testify against Sonny in court. So Molly lashing out at Sonny is completely misplaced. Sonny deserves an apology. I was disappointed by Molly's response to losing the baby so close to the birth. Her reaction seemed disconnected. I felt more sympathy for Christina, as TJ and Molly didn't show much emotional depth. As someone who has experienced loss, I expected more genuine emotion from Molly. It was disheartening to see such limited connection. Trina needs to be cautious. Ava might try to manipulate her into changing her statement. Molly is understandably devastated, but Christina chose to see Ava on her own. Sonny didn't ask her to go there. I'm glad the crime scene team is at the apartment. They won't find Christina's prints. Sonny's condition needs to be addressed immediately. This has gone on far too long. Hopefully, Christina remembers all the details and mentions the bag. Watch out, Kate's. It's heartbreaking that the baby wasn't allowed to survive. It's such a tragic outcome. Molly's rant was a bit of a stretch. Blaming Sonny for the loss of the baby doesn't make sense. I understand she's grieving and needs to blame someone, but her accusations are misguided. It's surprising that no one stepped in to correct her. Molly and TJ deserve better writing because their behavior in this storyline has not been well received. Molly's anger is misdirected. Christina wouldn't want this division. They need to come together, especially since Molly was so looking forward to the baby. Her anger should be focused on Ava, not Sonny. I'm furious that the show chose to kill off an 8-month-old fetus for drama. I hate that they did this. It's deeply upsetting, and I shed more tears over this than most of the actors. Shame on the GH writers for this decision. I was invested in this storyline, but I never thought they would take it this far. Sonny, you were incredibly patient today. Molly was out of control, and you endured her grief with grace. Another shocking twist for GH, though. I never imagined they'd kill off the baby. It's really bewildering. Like most characters on GH, he's not perfect. But the constant need to reset storylines by overemphasizing his criminal activities that haven't impacted his family in years, is lazy writing. It's time to reimagine Sonny's role on the show. He's too central and too complex a character to be used as a punching bag for flawed storylines. He's not responsible for what happened, and using him to refocus these plots is a bad long-term strategy. Now, about Molly and TJ. Molly is understandably grieving her unborn baby, but her anger should be directed at Ava, not Sonny. She put Christina in a tough spot by making her testify against Sonny in court. Molly's lashing out at Sonny was wrong, and she owes him an apology. The suggestion that Molly and TJ should adopt is a good one. This way, they don't have to worry about someone changing their mind. Alternatively, Molly might be pregnant already, which could explain some of her recent erratic behavior. It's frustrating that Molly and TJ see Sonny as the root of their problems. Yes, Sonny filed for full custody of Avery, which set some events in motion, but the blame placed on him is misplaced. Molly and TJ's behavior has been disappointing. The way Molly lashed out at Sonny was wrong, and TJ's first instinct to blame Christina for what happened was equally misguided. Sonny did not cause this tragedy. The storyline of Christina, Molly, and TJ's baby had so much potential, and killing off the baby feels like a wasted opportunity. It has torn the Davis family apart for no reason. It's also disappointing that no one is pushing to find out what's wrong with Sonny's meds, even though they all sense something is off with him. They'll feel foolish when they realize his medication has been tampered with. Ava is ultimately to blame for this tragedy. Even if the altercation with Christina was accidental, Ava set the wheels in motion by tampering with Sonny's meds and forcing Christina to testify against him. Ava deserves to face the consequences for her actions. Lastly, the previous surrogate who lost the baby likely didn't lose it at all. There were hints in her resume that she wanted to be a mom, so it's possible she kept the baby for herself. The storyline with the baby had so much potential, and now we'll never know what could have happened. With the baby gone, there won't be a lawsuit between the sisters, and TJ is likely going to use this as a chance to say, "I told you so" to Molly. This might lead to their split, and it feels like a way to phase out Ava, who's become less relevant on the show. It's also expected that Ava's role in Sonny not getting his medication correctly will come to light. With Natalia now introduced, it seems like Ava's time on the show is running out, though I'm not thrilled about Natalia either. Molly's anger is understandable. If Sonny could learn to co-parent and stop acting like he's superior to Ava, many of these issues might be avoided. Sonny's behavior, especially with his focus shifting to Blaze's mom, has only complicated matters. Christina's decision to confront Ava in the first place was misguided, and Sonny's actions regarding Avery's custody have been problematic. The decision to kill off the baby was shocking. The baby was just weeks from birth, and this storyline had the potential for a beautiful resolution. Instead, the writers chose this tragic route, adding to the ongoing struggles of Molly and TJ, who have already faced so much. It's a missed opportunity for a more positive storyline. Another question: why does Jocelyn always end up with Dex, no matter how dire the situation? Her lack of concern for Christina and the baby, given their sisterly bond, is striking. Dex doesn't seem to be offering much support either. Christina's confrontation with Ava was her own choice. She decided to threaten Ava about revealing the truth, and Ava's aggressive response led to Christina's accident. This tragedy wasn't Sonny's fault. Overall, I'm incredibly disappointed with GH. Killing off the baby feels like a harsh and unnecessary twist, and it's frustrating to see such a storyline unfold in this manner. It's really frustrating to see all the constant turmoil on GH. The show seems to thrive on drama and heartache, and it's disheartening when so many characters face such severe struggles. Christina's condition is deeply worrying, and it's hard not to be anxious about her future on the show. The idea of her leaving, especially with everything that's happened, would be a huge loss, but there's still hope she'll pull through. Seeing Morgan show up to support Sonny could provide some much-needed emotional depth, though it's painful to see Sonny so distraught. Molly's anger towards Sonny seems misplaced. Christina's desire to see her parents shows where her focus should be. It's troubling that TJ and Molly appear to be more self-centered than empathetic, especially in such a critical moment. Natalia taking Blaze out of the hospital during such a crucial time is infuriating. It feels like she's making a series of poor choices, and her actions have only added to the frustration. The constant baby losses and the portrayal of mental health issues are indeed triggering and can be deeply upsetting. It's disheartening to see such sensitive topics handled in a way that feels exploitative or careless. It's understandable to be disappointed and considering stepping away from the show, especially when it seems to prioritize shock value over meaningful storytelling. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.